power. Ooh, let's do this. I want them to see my cat ears. Welcome to my channel. Due to this coronavirus, I guess there's gonna be a lot of YouTube baby vlogging boomers, so I'm gonna be one of them. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and now that I have the time, since I've been saying I don't have time, I'm gonna do this. I just wanted to bring into your world what I like to do called drag. So let's get into this video. I just prepped my skin by exfoliating and cleaning it. Now I'm just going to moisturize. To begin to moisturize, I tone it with witch hazel with a little bit of rose water, like so. It feels so good. That feels so good. I'm gonna do a little prime time. Oh, thank God. I almost thought I was missing this. I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I've heard such good things about it. I'm still trying to see if I like it.
I'm just filling in the pores, really.
I'm taking 91% isopropyl alcohol on a towel, and I'm just gonna rub my eyebrows. Bitch. I'm gonna use my Elmer's glue stick. It's a all-time fave in the community, and I'm just going to rub that in circles around my brow to get an even coating. Oh, and I lick it a little bit to get it wet. This is a bentonite powder. It gives kind of like a white ghostly cast. I'm gonna do something unconventional and something that I don't even normally do, but it just makes sense because I put something around my mouth. I'm gonna use an orange powder. This is by Sacha. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this company, but they're in Trinidad, and I'm Trinidadian. Yeah. It's a Zoeva face paint brush. I got it was like a set that was like $12, and it came with like 12 of them, which is not how much it was originally priced for, but I was like, oh my god, I can get something fancy.
On a budget.
This is my Real Techniques brush. I'm gonna use it to dust off this excess to that perfectly blocked brow. To map out the initial eye shape that I want, I'm going to be using my Krylon TV paint stick. This is in the color FS33. And it's just my foundation shade that I used to use, but it's a nice orangey undertone, and it helps me to color block like any areas that have hair like this. I'm gonna go in with a darker, this is the Java by Morphe eyebrow pomade. So now that I mapped it out with some kind of orangey texture, I'm gonna use this one. I'm going to prime and shape out with the Tarte Shape Tape. This one's in the shade Medium Tan Golden. I'm also going to be using a Morphe brush. This is a Morphe M167. So I don't really want to add any kind of white cream, but I do want to add some kind of like brightness to the top of the brow. I'm adding the neutral set. That'll help set it and brighten at the same time. But who knows, it might not. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something that's mossy green, because I have like these really dark, shitty black brown eyes, and I want to make them pop, but I want to be neutral. Does that make sense? No. So for starters, I'm going to bronze my eye. So I'm just taking Fenty Beauty's Cocoa Naughty. As it's the same shade that I'm going to contour my cheeks and my forehead with, so I might as well do that with my eye shape as well. I'm just going to rub that along the crease and just move it. I'm going to use this shade right here. It's like a really golden light brown. This brush is an ILO Cosmetics number 78. She is dark. I better keep her right over here. Now that it came out so dark, I actually like ashy and golden, olivey, complimenty, all that stuff. But yeah, now I'm gonna go in with this moss green shade right here, and I'm just gonna put it over my eye with my finger. Now I'm gonna take this mysterious brush. I have no idea where it's from. It's probably BH Cosmetics, because I was a BH Cosmetics whore for a really long time. And I'm gonna rub on this green shade just to bump up the color vibrancy, because I find it to be a little dull right now. Dipping back into my Fenty Cocoa Naughty, I'm going to use that to transition this ash golden shade. I like what she's turning into. Now I'm going to get really tight. Ooh. I'm going to use this Morphe M507 brush. It looks like so. I'm going to dip into this espresso brown shade right here. Wow, doesn't look espresso brown in the pan. It doesn't hurt to add a little black, so I'm going to use this NYX Primal shadow in Hot Black. And I've used it quite a bit, because it is very black. Okay, now I'm going to work on the rest of my face. Oh, I really wanted to do this method that Scott Barnes, I guess that's J-Lo's makeup artist. Bright highlighting first, and then contouring, and then putting on my foundation base. He takes a bunch of highlighter. I'm gonna use my Mayron cream stick. I'm not sure what shade this is in, because I've used it so many times, and I'm now reaching the bottom of it. Like, ugh, look at that. This is a really high yellow TV paint. I'm gonna take Morphe M167, draw out my nose contours with the concealer. Now, the Tarte, because it's a little neutral, and a little orange. I'm gonna use two brushes or two things to blend this out. I like to blend it out with the brush and really stipple it in with a sponge. So I'm gonna use this kind of looking Artist Couture, but it's actually by Sacha. Little representation of Trinidad. Once again, if you can see it, I'll link it down below. But I'm just going to really start blending it out, especially since Shape Tape isn't as forgiving as I make it out to be. I'm not so much moving the product, I'm kind of like pushing in it and then like rubbing it. Now that I have the product moved around how I want, I'm just going to move it around with a blending sponge. I'm just going to pat it into my skin. Now that I have the highlights down, I like how blended that is, so I'm going to go in with some contour shades. I'm using Black Opal True Color Color Sticks in the shade Hazelnut. I'm going to use this tapered eyeshadow brush by Bare Minerals. I'm just going to apply a light amount. It's really creamy, so it can be a little oily. I kind of already have a sharp pointed chin, so I kind of just want to outline it, and I outline it by pushing my head into my neck. Now I'm going to take a contouring sponge. I use different sponges to do everything. I'm going to use a new foundation that I don't really trust, but I've been doing a lot of things that aren't really comfortable for me on this journey so far, so I'm going to use two. Now I'll just use one. This is going to be the Il Maquillage Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation. It's this one. And it's in the shade Woke Up Like This. I'm gonna take it on this ELO brush. It's ELO 220. No, I think I'm gonna go on my contour because I feel like I lost that dimension. Still a little too dark, so I'm just gonna amp up the highlight just right in these hollows. That's looking a lot better. Now that we have everything intact, I'm going to start with the baking process. So I'm gonna take a damp sponge, I'm gonna dampen it, and just go into my neutral set. This is gonna look really crazy, but it works, so it's my go-to.
I'm using a powder puff to set the rest of my face.
Now for the outside, I'm going to start using my bronzer, the Coconati, and an ELO Cosmetics fan brush. This is in ELO 118. For my nose contour, I'm going to do the same in this shade. I'm going to just run it along with a BH Cosmetic fluffy brush. Something nice and just really fluffy. Now that I have all the matte powders on, I'm going to finish my eyes because they're a little incomplete. They need eyeliner and eyelashes, so I'm going to move on to that. This is a Precision eyeliner by Sacha. That took a long time. I'm gonna clean up underneath here with some concealer to give it a slicker look. Now to finish the eye, I want to go in with an undershade with the same green shade that I have on top. I'm gonna take this brush by e.l.f. It's an eye crease brush, and I'm going to run it along this green shade right here. I went ahead and reapplied the green in more of the lid area, and now I'm just gonna smoke it out with a blank blending brush. This one's by, wow, it's by Maybelline Professional. It's very like marked out. Now I'm gonna go in with something a little crazy just because it's a little too subtle and natural for me. I'm gonna put down a matte purple and then highlight the inner corner with something like blue or violet or both. So this shade is kind of like a satin finish, this one right here. And I'm going to use this Urban Decay Vice 2 brush. It comes, I guess, with the Vice 2 palette. Cool. Now I'm going to take this Artist Couture Purple Dream highlighter. And just hit it. I'm taking the ColourPop Honeymoon Super Shock Cheek Pearlized, and it kind of has like a blue violet flex to it. Now that I have all my colors laid out, no more eyeshadow blending because I get really addicted to it. I'm gonna put on mascara. Today I'm just gonna be using the Colossal Volume Express. Just as I was putting on bottom mascara, I just feel like the look would be more complete if I did bottom liner, so I'm gonna do that. Bitch, this shit's brown. What the fuck? There we go. I got some black liner. I'm going to blacken my waterline using the e.l.f. kohl pencil. I'm also now going to take a little bullet brush and I'm going to rub this pink off. But I'm going to put some black just in the corners. Now that I'm done with the eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and use my lashes. I built these from 301s, there's 2 of them. I'm going to use MAC's NC42. I'm going to use the same contour brush by Real Techniques and hit under here. I'm going to hit the top right here with excess, right here too, because she decided to fucking drool everywhere. That looks so good, I know. I'm going to use the rest of this bronzer that's still on here. I'm not going to actually use any bronzer. And I'm just going to reestablish. I'm going to contour. It's a really shitty brush that like a drag sister of mine left with me, but ever since she left it with me, I cannot pick up any other brush because it's just so dense, fluffy, and I wish the handle was longer. I know they make them, but if you already have it, I don't really see myself going to get it. So I'm just gonna go over here in these 2 deep shades. I'm gonna swirl it around in my hand so that all the colors get together. Say hey. Now that I've done the deed, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with my ELO Cosmetics ELO 77. Fluffiness to it, and it had product on it. But first, I'm going to set my face with the Lasting Fix by Maybelline. It's this one. And yes, I always keep my eyes open when I spray.
Where'd my mirror go? Hello?
So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight my cheeks. The Maybelline Master Chrome Face Studio Metallic Highlighter and Molten Gold. And I'm gonna spray it too. Just gonna really aim it at the top of my cheek. And I always press my face up like this, it helps me see my cheek. And then put some here and right here. And I also put some right here and right here. And I can even go into my brow, TBH. Kind of like it when there's like a little metallic sheen there. And I drag it across there. Let's do my lips, and then we'll get into this. So I'm going to be using the NYX Professional Suede Matte Lip Liner in the color Club Hopper. It's kind of violet-y.
Today is a joyous day.
I'm going to use ColourPop's Likely. It's I think it's a satin lip finish. I'm gonna go in with Milani's Hypnotic Lights in the Luster Light. That's what it's called. Give it a... Oh god damn, that's pretty pretty. I'm gonna dot it, and I mostly want to concentrate it at the top of the lip. Oh, I want some gloss, y'all, because I'm glossy. This gloss is Victoria's Secret's High Prestige End Brand. Just kidding. It's color gloss. It's in the shade Barcode N208. It's pinky, corally, medium. Now that we did the lips, I'm gonna move on to the eyebrows, and then I can move on to the eyebrows. I have NYX Brown Epic Ink Liner, this one right here, and I'm just gonna hack away at some strokes. This is my Morphe eyeshadow palette. Comes with all these shades. I'm using a Sephora eyebrow brush. It's like a collector's limited edition. I'm gonna go ahead and use powder to fill it in. Alright, bitch. You're looking 12 again. Still looking 12 again. I'm gonna use a little black eyeliner. I know, it's so fucking dangerous, but I'm gonna go back in. Bitch. Yeah, this is the final look. Not a real setter if you're leaving your eyes open. I hope you enjoyed watching. This has been quite a journey, and it's 7:56 and I started at 1 o'clock. It's been truly fan time with you. I hope you comment, like, subscribe, sound off. Also, if you play League of Legends or PS4, let me know and I can put it in the description. Whether you want to follow me, play with me, play Twitch or watch Twitch. I'm thinking about getting into that because Corona ain't going nowhere.